Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Great to see you all. A lot of familiar faces in the room. I'm Kieran Gilbert from Sky News, and I'm delighted to be here tonight. It's going to be a very interesting discussion. We'll have the welcome to country in just a moment, but we've got a lot to look forward to. We've got a futurist to tell us what we can expect in the coming years. We've got a rock star to reflect on his career and give us some insights into the state of modern music. I'm looking forward to Kirk Pengilly's contribution as well, and we've got a few economists, so get excited about that as well. But seriously, the future of trade, we couldn't be discussing this at a more timely moment in the world. Article 50 of the Lisbon Treaty was triggered pretty much the last 24 hours by Theresa May, handing that to the European Commission. We've got the President. The first time we've seen G20 finance ministers not commit to opposing protectionism at the recent meeting in Germany. So a lot of ramifications out of democratic decisions in both the UK but also the United States. So lots to explore. Very much looking forward to our discussion tonight. Before we have the welcome to country, the weather's delayed our representative on that front. We're going to have a welcome to the evening from the Chief Executive of Chartered Accountants Australia, New Zealand, Lee White.
Thank you, Kieran. Good evening. As we said, we've got a really action-packed night tonight, so I will not take too long. But there's a few things that I did want to recognise. First and importantly, I wanted to recognise all of my teams that have been involved in bringing this event and this discussion in our Future Inc. publication to life. I won't necessarily name everyone, there's too many, but team, it is an absolute privilege to be part of the team and to see all of you working together to really do what we set out to do, which is to serve our members. So thank you to each and every one of you of what you've been able to do. Renee? Of what you've been able to do. They have done good. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. The second thing is, Kieran gave an introduction to the paper. I won't spend too long on it. But if you're familiar with the brand of Future Inc., this is exactly the space that we want our brand to be and for our members to be part of the right conversation for the prosperity of our country. Future Inc. started only a handful of years ago, and under Rob Ward's leadership, it's actually grown to be a really impactful program, but directed for the right conversations around policy. So Rob has grown a team underneath him, which has just allowed it to nurture and to shape, but importantly, always in a sense about the prosperity of the country. So to Rob and the team, congratulations on all the work. If you're not familiar with Future Inc., please go onto our website, our brand new website, I might add, and enjoy the experience of starting to be part of the conversations. And importantly, where you, as our members or as our friends, can contribute. Many of the topics, I think including the one tonight, has actually come from our members saying, this is something that we should explore and should do. Thirdly, I just wanted to recognise we have many of our ACCA colleagues here tonight, and that's fantastic. So thank you all for being part of the conversation, and we always want to make sure that ACCA are very welcomed at all of the events and all of the conversations that we host. So without further ado, I might pass back to Kieran and we'll allow the night to progress. Please reach out. I'll be here all night, as the team will as well, and let's enjoy the evening. Thank you very much.
And now, please keep your applause going for our welcome to country, Tina Brown and family.
Good evening to you all. We're very honoured to be here tonight, and firstly I'd also like to introduce my children, my daughter Justine Brown, my niece Kelsey Brown, and my other niece Jayla Tompkins. They're going to do a little performance for you. They're going to do a women's welcome dance. We're a bit puffed out, we just made it. So they're sweeping away the spirit and cleaning the room. Normally I would dance with them and sing, so good work, girls. Come back again, do it again. Thank you, girls. Again, we're very honoured to be here, and firstly I would like to thank Chartered Accountants for inviting us here tonight to do Welcome to Country. We're very honoured. Many of you will know that Canberra is a local word meaning meeting place. We would say that the leaders of our nation and the surrounding nations have been meeting on this land forever. Our oral stories and signs tell us that we have been meeting in this area for 25,000 years, more than 100 generations. Our people have been able to maintain this continuous connection because the country provided fresh air to breathe, clean water to drink, nourishing food to eat, and clothing and shelter to keep warm through our bitterly cold winters. It is on this once exacting land, as the extreme cold of the last ice age was easing, that my ancestors forged their resilience and grew their knowledge of country and handed to those of us who follow them the legacy of our ancestral beings and our creation stories and our responsibility for future of our people and country. They form pathways across the land to guide us. These pathways were formed as our ancestors followed the river and creek corridors and ridges and spurs on the hills and mountains, linking our major spiritual and gathering places. The responsibility for future of our people and country now rests with us, which is why I'm here today conducting this Welcome to Country for my people. So on behalf of my elders of my people, my extended family, and all who have gone before us, I welcome you to the ancestral lands of the Ngunnawal. I welcome my Indigenous sisters and brothers and am in awe of our legacy, tens and thousands of years in the making. I welcome all of my fellow Australians and honour the mingling of the dust of the bones of my ancestors and the dust of the bones of your ancestors, for it is this which now shapes the land, uniting us all as custodians of the future. Welcome to the beautiful lands of the Ngunnawal.